AITA for selling ex-husband's engagement ring? On mobile, so bear with me. A few months ago, my 28F, now ex-husband, 30M, filed for a divorce. I learned that he did this because he was cheating on me with a close family friend of ours. Ali. Fake name. Now here is where I may be the asshole. The ring he proposed to me with was roughly $3,000. And I was in a pretty tough spot financially. So I sold it. I hadn't given the ring back. And it was sitting in my jewelry box. It had been about 2 months and he hadn't asked for it back. So I assumed that he didn't want it. And I sold it for about the amount he bought it. A couple weeks ago, he messaged me out of the blue and asked for the ring back. I assume it was to propose to Ali. When I told him that I had sold it, he flipped. He threatened to sue and called me all sorts of names. He was pissed. He ended up telling his whole family. And the word spread to mine. My mom thinks that I should give him the money I got for the ring to him. And that selling it was petty and spiteful. And I should have just asked her for the money. My friends think that I'm not in the wrong, since he cheated on me and took most of the stuff we owned in the house when he moved out. Anyway, so, Reddit, AITA? NTA. You don't owe him a dime. That was your ring. An engagement ring is given to the intended marital partner, and is not expected to be returned, other than perhaps breaking off the engagement and not wanting it any longer. Likewise, wedding rings, bands are exchanged when saying your vows, or signing court papers, with zero expectation that they are going to be given back at any point. Some people give their wedding rings back afterwards, but I feel like that's more of a trope from movies. They take it off and fling it at the offending party, than an actual thing that happens. Hashtag hot take. He filed for divorce. After your divorce was finalized, whatever assets he decided to take with him are what he's got. He has no claim to anything that you own, even if he thought it was his and forgot about it on his way out. If he did not list it when you split assets, even if this was informally done, that's too damned bad. Historically, this is the reason behind engagement jewelry. So if he leaves you, you can sell it and still support yourself. You'd be in a different position if the marriage never happened. But it did, and then he cheated, so this is all his own fault. NTA. But it was your ring. He divorced you. Why would you give it back? Are you supposed to return all the gifts he gave you? Is he returning yours? NTA. NTA. The ring became your property when you married. It's not his to ask for, so you owe him nothing. And if he threatens to sue for the ring, he'll lose. NTA. Also, legally, I'm familiar with Canada, US, so if you're in another country, double check this. If you got married, the ring and money are yours. He doesn't have any leg to stand on in the divorce. I wouldn't worry about it. Get a good divorce lawyer and focus on you. NTA. He gave the ring to you. Once you got married, it was yours to sell. Really tacky if he did want to propose to her using the same ring. NTA. It was a gift. It's yours now. Not only that, it was a gift to commemorate a union he broke. So I don't see why he should be entitled to it. If the script was flipped, say you cheated on him, and the ring was a precious family heirloom, I would sympathize with his frustration. As it is, it just sounds like your ex is upset over money he chose to spend on you. You didn't force him to give you the ring. NTA. It was your ring, and 2 months was long enough to sit on it. He's the one that broke up the marriage. He was unfaithful. He broke the contract. He has no moral ground to stand on. Don't give him a cent. So, From a legal standpoint, here's the answer. An engagement ring is often considered a contract. I say often because I'm not going to say definitively another case cannot be argued. If the engagement is called off, you're supposed to return the ring. The contract or promise was not upheld. Once you get married, the ring is yours. The contract was fulfilled. And from a legal standpoint, the ring is almost like a dowry. Back in the olden times, this was actually why the amount of the ring was so important. If the marriage ends, the woman has something worth value to use as means to start over or whatever. If you're married, it's yours. You had every right to sell it. NTA. If you're not married, technically he could take you to court and might win. But still. NTA. Emo. Edit. I wanted to add, since this became more popular than I thought it would, that I am, by no means, giving legal advice. Of course, law varies from state to state, and country to country. Why I said he might be able to win in court is because some states do have legal precedents for returning the ring if the engagement is broken. After two people are married, it's a gift and does not have to be returned. NTA. Once you got married, the ring was yours to do what you want with. In a lot of places you can only get an engagement ring back if you call the engagement off not after you've gotten married. The ring became your property on the day you got married. Ask him what legal theory entitles him to ask for it back. Then tell him to STFU. NTA. He gifted you the ring. It's yours to do as you please. NTA. He gave it to you, so what reason does he have to claim it back? Besides, why did he get most of your shared stuff? Maybe time to get a lawyer, because by the looks of it you're getting the raw end the deal here. NTA. I think. And check this with a lawyer. He could only demand the engagement ring back. Had you not got married, you did. And you filled the promise that the engagement ring presented. So it became legally yours. Do not give him back the money. Or at least check with a lawyer first and then block him from having any access to you. NTA. The only time I would assume the husband could reasonably ask for a ring back is if it's a family heirloom. The ring is a gift to the wife. NTA. It was your ring. Maybe if it had been passed down for many generations on his side, he might have some claim. But as it is, he has none. It was 100% your ring to keep, sell or throw away. It's yours. You can sell it. NTA. He can suck it. NTA. The engagement ring was a gift to you and you do not need to return it. It was yours to do with what you wanted. And he is definitely taw if he wanted your ring to give to someone else. Face with rolling eyes. I agree with everyone that the ring is yours. But what TF is wrong with him that he'd propose to new GF with ex-wife's ring? And who TF would say yes to that? NTA. You were married, so the ring was yours to do with as you wished. If you were engaged and never married, and he bought the ring, then it should have gone back to him. I could potentially see you being the if it was like a family heirloom and you sold it without letting him have the option to get it back. It would still technically be yours to do with as you wish, but I personally feel with heirloom jewelry, it would be a great gesture to give it back. Your mom has lost it. IDK if we're from different cultures. Maybe? But in the US, after you're married, that engagement ring and wedding ring are yours. I can't believe he had the nerve to ask for it back. The cheating is bad enough, but that honestly still has nothing to do with it. It's just icing on the shish. Tea cake.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.